You're sitting alone in your room, so come hear the music play.
We're all in isolation now,
So it's a quarantine cabaret.
bring your own wine, karaoke band.
The path of least resistance if we keep our social distance.
Put down the Netflix, the book, and the broom.
Have a virtual holiday.
Life is really weird right now,
It's really, 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 really weird right now.
so it's a quarantine cabaret.
Did something happen? Something
Can you not hear that? Is it just me?
It's just you.
Oh, okay. I hear the song
I don't
playing
know.
twice.
Oh,
Maybe it's just me.
there are two songs playing. Okay, I don't know. Guys, could you hear two songs?
Could have
I
been
don't
just
know.
me. I was feverishly trying to get Rachel's attention to let her know, but maybe it was just on my end. Regardless, welcome to the Quarantine Cabaret, everyone.
We'll find out on the playback. Hey everybody, welcome to Quarantine Cabaret. When I'm streaming that, I can't hear the sound for it, so I don't know.
I haven't been able to figure that out either. If I'm streaming a video, why I can't hear it, but that's for a later conversation. Hello,
is.
Rachel Potter. Nice to see you.
Hello, Marty Thomas. It's good to see you too. I was hearing everybody celebrating and cheering out there for all of our healthcare workers, so that's very inspiring and wonderful. What's your week been like this week, Marty? How you been?
I've been really good. Every day at 7, I go out on my balcony and I join in with all my neighbors to celebrate essential workers, and I think it's beautiful. It's always awesome at 7 o'clock that I know Quarantine Cabaret is about to start, and during the theme song, I run out and clap a little bit, and then I come back in. I've been working on a couple of things. Of course, I do my Diva show every Monday. This week on Friday night, we're doing a reunion of a show that Rachel's familiar with called Mostly Sondheim that we used to do at the Duplex every Friday. It was a late night, midnight to 4 a.m. musical theater sing-along, and all of the original hosts and some of the regulars are getting together to do a stream online on Friday, return to Mostly Sondheim. It's going to be fun. So I've been working on that all week.
That's awesome. I have been moving, so I've been in crazy town mode. As you can see, this room has nothing in it yet, but I hate moving. I wish I never would have to do it ever again in my life.
Yeah,
But
it looks like you've moved into a very calm space, though. I like that.
Yes, very calm space, and I love the color of the walls. This is the only room that is not crazy, and you actually can't see over here, but it's crazy over there, but it's fine.
I don't see you as a beige person, but you look very
It's not.
nice on beige.
It's not really beige though. It's like it's like a green gray, which is kind of hard to match. But anyway,
It screams
super
beige.
excited. Yeah, greenish beige. Super excited because I just got internet today. I'm hooked back up. I'm on fiber, so that's exciting. So hopefully my connection's going to be better, Marty, so I don't talk over people because apparently I was having a pretty bad delay. So anyway, I'm really excited about tonight's guest. One of my dearest friends, Delaney Westfall, is joining us, and her boyfriend, Charlie Franklin, who I have met through her. I'm super excited, and Telly Leung. It's going to be such a fun night. Now, Delaney and I met doing Les Mis at Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival. She was Cosette, and I was Eponine. And that was one of my most favorite times of life. So I'm actually going to do a Les Mis medley tonight.
That's awesome. I'm getting to meet
Yeah.
Charlie and Delaney for the first time tonight. And of course, my longtime friend that I met doing with the Broadway boys years ago. Broadway, just legend at this point. He has done so many shows. Telly Leung is here tonight. So we have such a fun show. Would
And
you
he's playing
open it?
piano for us. I'm so excited.
Me too. I love that. Would you open us up with our first song of our cabaret?
Yes. So I'm going to do this Les Mis medley that I was mentioning. And this is going to be my next single that I'm going to put out. I'm starting this Broadway cover series. My first one was with Marty. We did The Lover, You Matter to Me from Waitress mashup. But this is going to be the next one. And I'm really stoked for you guys to hear this. Let me turn on my effects. Wow. Here we go. Okay. Marty, will you let me know if this is too loud, my friend? Or too soft? And now I'm all alone again, nowhere to turn, no one to go to. Without a home, without a friend, without a face to say hello to. And now the night is near, now I can make believe he's here. Sometimes I walk alone at night with everybody else sleeping. I think of him and then I'm happy with the company I'm keeping. The city goes to bed and I can live inside my head. I dreamed a dream in times gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. But I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hope apart, as they turn your dreams to shame. On my own, pretending he's beside me. All alone, I walk with him till morning. Without him, I feel his arms around me. And when I lose my way, I close my eyes and he has found me. And I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. And still I dream he'll come to me, that we will live the years together. But there are dreams that cannot be, and there are storms we cannot weather. I had a dream my life would be so different from this hell I'm living, so different now from what it seemed. Now life has killed the dream I dreamed on my
Rach, that was beautiful.
Thank you, friend. That's fine. My next track is playing. Cool.
That's right. You mean live orchestra?
Live.
Just
orchestra.
kept playing. They didn't get the cue to cue. You sound amazing. You sound just amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm super excited for everybody to hear that medley. We filmed this video for it in Serenbe, and if anybody's been to Serenbe before, it's just so gorgeous down there, and they had this like insane walking bridge that had these really old school looking lanterns on it, and my husband and I filmed a video at nighttime. Let me turn off my effects. That sounds crazy.
Serenbe in Georgia?
Yeah, when I was doing Shenandoah last year. So I've been sitting on this for a while, but I had to get the track added to make sound like an orchestra. So that's what I've been working on with my friend Scott Wasserman, and we're putting that out real soon.
How pretty. So you guys that are watching from home, some of you are already commenting and reaching out. A few of you have already said you're excited to meet Telly, and I'm excited to bring him on the show as well. Know that if you'd like to contribute this evening, if you're not one of those that are out of work and you're able to throw a tip our way, we would appreciate it so much. You can find us on Venmo right here. You can find us at Rachel Potter or on PayPal at rachelpotter@mac.com. And everything you are able to afford to throw us tonight, we split it up and we throw it to all of the artists that join us and chat with us and sing for you. And we're grateful. If you're not able to contribute, no big deal. We're just happy that you're here sharing your energy. That counts so much in dark times. Performers are nothing without an audience, so we're so happy that you're here. And speaking of who's here, in the comment thread throughout the evening, feel free to throw a question if you'd like to talk to our guests or if you'd like to say something to Rachel and I. And also let us know where you're watching from. That is my absolute favorite part of the show is Rachel and I could do online shows year round, but to be able to connect with people in different time zones and in different countries is just such a unique experience that's new. Andrew, we're saying hi to you in the UK. We appreciate it. Jared Bodie is a good friend of Rachel and I. He is in Atlanta near Serenbe. Tyler Santini, we appreciate you so much. I know that you love hearing Rachel sing just as much as I did. James Tott, we love having you here every week. We appreciate that.
Thank you guys for tuning in every week. It's so cool to see people coming back, and I'm just so happy that everybody looks forward to this every week as much as we do. So thank you for hanging out with us. And I would like to give a shout out already. We got a tip from our dear Jack Sharkey already. He supports us every week, and this is really an amazing thing for Marty and I to be able to give a little bit of money to our performer friends who we adore, and an opportunity to help support them in this very strange time. We've all had all of our gigs canceled, so any small amount that you can throw our way tonight, it really adds up, and to be able to split it amongst all the performers, it's just really cool to be able to give in that way. So
what a blessing! We appreciate you. Woohoo!
All right, should we get to our first guest?
You're skipping over my song.
Oh, you're singing now. Oh my God,
I'm going to sing a song, and then we'll bring our guests to the stage, and they're going to sing for us.
I'm so excited. What are you singing for us tonight?
Well, I'm making two new friends tonight, and they are two actors that I have wanted to meet because they are both representing two of my very favorite shows of the last decade. Delaney was in the Barrow Street production of Sweeney Todd, which is, in my eyes, the greatest production of Sweeney Todd ever. I saw it maybe 6 times. I loved it so much. She was genius in it. And Charlie is in my very favorite show that was on Broadway as the lights came down. Tina, you didn't get to see it, right?
No.
Jeffrey and
I really wanted to.
My boyfriend Jeffrey and I lost our minds. We are big theater fans, and I loved Tina so very much. So I have never...
quick fun fact, though. Do you remember when I auditioned for Tina and I couldn't walk for a couple days?
Oh, yeah. That dance call did not go well for you, I remember.
No. I think I broke my neck. So
you're better.
Good on all those dancers that are...
Yeah, come on, drop swing.
I just threw my back out. I just threw it out.
While she goes to physical therapy, I'm going to sing a song from Tina.
Can't wait. Kill it.
Yeah. I've never sung this song before, but tonight I'm going to do it. Nice and easy. You must understand, through the touch of your hand makes my pulse react. That's only the thrill of a boy meeting girl. Opposites attract, it's physical. Oh, let not get caught. You must try to ignore that it means more than that. Oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love but but a second-hand emotion. What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? They see to you that I'm acting confused when you're close to me. If I tend to look dazed, I've read it someplace. I've got cause to be. There's a name for it. There's a phrase for it. But whatever the reason, you do it for me. Oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? What's got to do with it? I'm feeling this. I've been taking on a new direction, but I have to say, I've been thinking about my own protection. It scares me to feel this way. Oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Got to do with it. Sweet old-fashioned lotion. Sweet old-fashioned lotion. Got to do with it. Who needs a heart? When a heart can be broken. What's love but a second-hand emotion? Woo!
Woo! That was awesome.
I love that one.
Katya Harris wants us to know that she loves Tina Turner when she was a kid, and that's who sings that's what love's got to do with that.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that.
We are so excited for Tina to come back because I want to see it so bad. I heard Adrienne Warren was absolutely amazing, and you obviously thought it was
Rachel,
incredible,
she
so.
knocked my freaking socks off. One of the coolest performances I've ever seen. It was so fascinating because it's not like at the top of the show, it's not like she looks exactly like Tina. Hey, Bush, come on. It's not like she looks exactly like Tina, but she's embodying her so hard that like halfway through Act 1, you sort of forget you're not watching Tina Turner.
Right, that's so cool. Marissa Rosenpony said she did my favorite emotion. I don't know what that sounds like, but Marissa, I'd like a voice memo of it, please.
I'm going to tell you all about our first two guests. Now, they're incredible performers. We got to hear just a touch of them sing in Soundcheck, and I can't wait for you to hear them. Delaney, on Broadway, she starred in Beautiful, the Carole King musical. She starred in Kinky Boots. She played Lauren. She was in Sideshow, one of my all-time favorite shows. She played Violet and Daisy. Off-Broadway, of course, she was Joanna in that Sweeney Todd production I was telling you about at Barrow Street. And Charlie is joining us. He was starring on Broadway in Tina right before the lights went down as Roger Davies. He starred on Broadway in The Book of Mormon, The Bridges of Madison County, another one of my all-time favorite shows. He did that awesome Lincoln Center concert of Parade that everybody on the planet wanted to be part of. And he did I made my Broadway debut in The Secret Garden, and he played Dickon in the Houston, Texas production of it that was a highly anticipated production. So joining us first are Delaney, Westfall, and Charlie Franklin.
Woo! Welcome to the show,
Welcome,
y'all.
Judy.
Hello, friends. Hi.
Also Walter, because he wouldn't stop jumping on us.
Oh, Charlie, come here. Do you want to see Walter?
Hi, Walter. Aw.
Okay, well, Charlie can say hi to them.
Whoa, your name's Charlie?
This is Uncle Charlie.
Oh.
Every time he hears a beep or anything, he assumes it's someone to say hi to, so he insists on coming up to play. Anyway, nice to meet you and your dogs. How are you guys feeling today?
Great.
You look great.
Where are you guys? Are you guys back in New York now?
We are in upstate New York at my family's house.
Okay. Yes, I knew that you were kind of out of the city.
Yeah.
Yes, I was following your journey, and you guys actually. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about?
Go for it.
Yeah, I know you were public with it, but you guys actually came down with the COVID-19 and experienced that together, and had to go through that. So, how are you feeling now? How was that experience? You guys all right?
Yeah, feeling good now. We were very lucky. We had mild enough symptoms. You know, it wasn't a walk in the park, but it was. You know, we were lucky.
Yeah. Can you chat about your mild symptoms? What you were feeling that gave you the idea that you had COVID?
Sure. Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of people had fevers. We didn't have fevers. A lot of people had shortness of breath. We didn't get that until towards the end, when that was kind of the lingering thing. But the first thing to go for me was my taste and my smell, and it was like, now everyone has that. That's like one of their symptoms, one of the main symptoms. And at that point, no one had known that was a main symptom, so I thought I had a bad sinus infection. And then finally, all this news started coming out, and I'm still waiting on my smell to come back. So
wow, really?
That's one of those. Yeah.
That's wild.
But I can taste, so it's getting there.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you at least have your taste. Sense of smell isn't always the best thing to have, so it's kind of okay to make it go.
Yeah,
especially in New York.
Yeah, in New York in the summer, like that's fine to lose that one. But
exactly.
I have lots I want to chat with you guys about, but Charlie, would you start us off with a song and put the cabaret in the quarantine cabaret?
Yeah, let's do it.
Delaney, I love your pink hair.
Thank you.
This is from Secret Garden, if you didn't know. Winter's on the wing, here's a fine spring morn. Coming clean through the night comes the May, I say. Winter's taking flight, sweeping dark, cold air out to sea. Spring is born, comes the May, I say. And you'll be here to see it. Stand and breathe it all the day. Stoop and feel it. Stop and hear it. Spring, I say. And now the sun is climbing high, rising fast on fire, glaring down through the gloom on the gray, I say. The sun spells the doom of the winter's rain. Ice and chill must retire, comes the May, say I. And you'll be here to see it. Stand and breathe it all the day. Stoop and feel it. Stop and hear it. Spring, I say. I say, be gone, ye howling gales, be off, ye frosted morns. All ye solid streams begin to thaw. Melt, ye waterfalls, part ye frozen winter walls. See, now it's starting. And now the mist is lifting high, leaving bright blue air all clear. Across the moor comes the May, I say. The storm will soon be by, leaving clear blue sky. Soon the sun will shine, comes the day, say I. And you'll be here to see it. Oh, stand and breathe it all the day. Stoop and feel it. Stop and hear it. Spring, I say.
Woo! Yes! Oh, I gotta do this way.
That was awesome.
Oh,
Holy
man.
cow, what a voice, man.
Seriously. Charlie, I've never really heard you sing, and that was fantastic. I'm so excited to hear you.
It was fun.
What
One
a
of my favorite
guy.
songs to sing. It's been in my book for probably ever.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Love it. That was so great.
That was rad. So good.
Delaney, I'm so happy to look at you through a computer screen.
Samesies. I miss you.
Me too. Seriously, some of my favorite times ever doing Les Mis with you, and some of the funniest stories of my life resulted, which we will not discuss on this live stream.
No.
I'll hear about them later.
No, we should stay on afterwards, and I'll tell you the story.
Well,
It's
I
good.
invite our viewers to just write some fan fiction about what happened between Rachel and Delaney on that
It's
contract.
not like whatever your minds in the gutter are going to. That's not it. It's one of the more embarrassing things that ever happened to me. And Delaney was there for the whole thing.
Okay, well, inside stories are a hoot. So in the meantime, if you'd like to contribute this evening and you're just joining us, you can find us on Venmo at Rachel Potter or PayPal, rachelpottermac.com, and we will split that up with all of our guests. And I'm sure she has some thank yous. Shortly, we're going to have a guest that's going to come on with Telly and Delaney and Charlie. Each week, we're doing a series called our Spotlight Series, where you can write into us and send us a video of you singing, and a track of you singing. Doesn't have to be brand new, doesn't have to be professional, can be anything you like. Send that into quarantinecabaretnyc@gmail.com for a chance to get featured on the weekly show. And tonight we have just such a feature. A little later in the show, Noland King is going to join us and sing a song with us. I'm super excited about it. Do you have some thank yous for tips?
I do. Jared Hogg, thank you so much. And Tyler Santini, you guys are so sweet. Thank you guys so much. And if you would like to send us a tip, we're going to split that amongst all the artists, as Marty mentioned already. And you can do that to the ticker at the bottom of the screen.
Jared Hogg is Jared Bodie. He does all my design work.
Oh, right,
and
of course.
He was my, he's just a mentor and a friend of mine. Delaney, I've got a question, a sideshow question. I've never met someone who covered both roles before. Did you have a different process in preparing for one role over the other? I'm not even sure if I didn't get to see you in the show go on for either role. Did you have a different preparation for each role?
I love to tell this story. I think it's funny. When I was at the Kennedy Center doing it, I was the only cover. So I was the only female for all of the females. And
wow.
In rehearsal, for the first little while, we didn't really know how to navigate it. And so I literally would do the lines like this, just because we didn't really know how else to do it. And then we realized quickly that I should focus on one character, and the stage manager would do the lines of the other, and then vice versa. But I don't know. I always related a lot more to Daisy, just in her kind of quirky, fun personality. So that wasn't super hard to delve into. But Violet was interesting because obviously you can find yourself in either of the girls.
Yeah.
But it was more of a process, I think, to learn Violet, and it helped me learn a lot about myself, and it was just really awesome.
Oh, that's really cool. It's interesting to me. I love that show so much. I loved that production.
Me too.
Marty and I just auditioned for it, actually, and we had a lot of fun learning the sides and going in together for it at the same regional theater, and then it was postponed. So maybe someday
we were super excited to do a sideshow, and we booked it, and we
booked it, and then it got postponed.
Who were you going to play? Which twin were you going to do?
Which one's the one that wants to get married? Violet, right?
Yes.
You were going to be Violet, and I was going to be the boss.
Yes.
It was going to be so fun.
Maybe it'll still happen. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see in the fall. In the meantime, Delaney, would you sing us a song?
I can't wait. What are you gonna sing for us today, my friend?
I'm gonna sing a song. I'm hoping people will know it. I went in for this a year and a half ago, and I just fell in love with the music. I think that it's brilliant. I am sad that its opening night had to be postponed, but I also have pink hair, so I'm gonna give you a little Catherine Howard from 6.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Here we go.
all you wanna do, baby.
I think we can all agree I'm a 10 amongst these three.
All you wanna do, baby.
And ever since I was a child, I make the boys go wild.
All you wanna do, baby.
Take my first music teacher, Henry Mannix. I was young, it's true, but even then I knew the only thing you wanna do is broad, dark, sexy Mannix taught me all about dynamics. He was 23 and I was 13, going on 30. We spent hours strumming the lute, striking the chords and blowing the flute. He plucked my strings all the way to G, went from major to minor, C to D. Tell me what you need, what you want, don't need to plead. 'Cause I feel the chemistry, like I get you and you get me. And maybe this is it. He cares so much, he feels legit. We have a connection. I thought this time was different. Why did I think he'd be different? But it's never, ever different. 'Cause all you wanna do, baby, is touch me when will enough be enough. See, all you wanna do, baby, is please me. Don't care if you don't please me. Bite my lip and pull my hair as you tell me I'm the fairest of the fair. Playtime's over. Playtime's over. Playtime's over. The only thing you wanna do is.
Woo-hoo! I really enjoyed Charlie's assistance too.
Best part.
Walter was
That
going
was
nuts.
awesome.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
some of our
It's like
friends
a
out in the ethosphere are grateful for Charlie's backup work. That went great.
I missed my cue.
You certainly
I messed her up.
You did.
Oh man, Delaney, you'd be great for that part.
She'd
Thank
kill it.
you.
Oh, she'd kill it.
I
Someday.
really hope 6 comes back. I hope that it has a chance.
Me too.
Because it closed before its opening night, isn't that what you said?
It didn't
On
close,
its
just,
night,
it,
right?
you know, obviously it shut down like every other show. So it should come back.
Yeah.
I hope that it will.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope it all comes back. I love Broadway so
too.
much. Return
Come
to the
on.
theater.
Let's
Speaking
work
of
out.
Broadway, we're going to welcome to the room one more guest tonight, a very dear friend of mine. A sweet, sweet, kind human that I've known for many a year. His resume reads like just a solid green book because I am so jealous of all the performance experiences that he's had. But boy, if anybody deserves it, it's this man. On Broadway, he starred in Flower Drum Song, Pacific Overtures, Children and Art, Rent as Angel Schumard, which he also did at the Hollywood Bowl, Chance and Chemistry, Godspell, Allegiance, which he was brilliant in. He was in Transit, and most recently he played Aladdin in Aladdin on TV. He starred in Glee, as we all know and love him from. He was on Odd Man Out. He was on Deadbeat, Law and Order, and I'm excited to hear about. My boyfriend is a gamer. I'm trying to learn, but he was the voice of a character on True Crime NYC, and I want to chat with him about it because it was something I didn't know about him. Welcome to the room, Telly Leung.
Hi, friends. How are you?
Telly.
What's
Hi,
going
buddy.
on? That's so funny
Hey,
that you
man.
found my IMDb page and it was like, here's all the things you did, including the video game, including the crazy video game.
I love that. That's one really awesome. There are many things that I love about doing these online shows. One of them is welcoming friends to come chat with me and researching them just a little bit and finding out things that I did not know about them.
Basically what happened was they needed somebody who spoke Cantonese. I grew up in Brooklyn in New York, and I grew up with traditional Chinese parents where you had to speak Chinese at home and English at school. So I grew up bilingual, and
Wow.
they needed somebody to play this gangster. Now on the IMDb page it says Fei Lo, Felo literally means fat man in Chinese. So I was
Rude.
fat
So it
gangster.
turns out that's not you, but that's okay.
It was just, like, and so when I saw the character, like they'd show you the drawing before you go in and, you know, improv a couple of lines in Cantonese. It was literally like, you know, it was, I can't remember, it was so long ago, but it was like this is the voice I used. It was like deep
So
gravelly,
funny.
you know.
Had you done video games before or voiceover work before? Or was it just like a total fluke?
Fluke. They were like, they need some. I can't remember who called me. The Asian phone tree mafia. The Asian phone tree mafia went. They need somebody who speaks Chinese like tomorrow.
That's so
I want to
awesome.
be on the Asian phone tree mafia so bad.
You're honorary, my friend.
Oh, thank you. I'm honored. Telly, our viewers at home, of course, we want to introduce you to our friends Delaney, Westfall,
Also, we got
and Charlie
people
Franklin.
excited.
Hi, you guys sounded awesome. It was so good to meet you.
So nice. We get to introduce friends to each other. And we have a lot of people in the room that would like to ask some questions of our guests. But before we jump into that, would you sing us a song, Telly?
Yeah, sure. But I grew up as a little kid listening to a lot of Whitney Houston. So that feels good right now during this time.
Oh, awesome.
I believe in you and me. I believe that we will be in love eternally. Well, as far as I can see, you will always be the one for me. Oh, yes, you will. I believe in dreams again. I believe that love will never end. And like the river finds the sea, I was lost. Now I'm free, now I'm free, 'cause I believe in you and me. I will never leave your side. I will never hurt your pride. When all the chips are down, baby, I will always be around, just to be right where you are, my love. You know I love you, boy. I will never leave you out. I will always let you in, yeah, baby, to places no one's ever been, deep inside. Oh, can't you see that I believe in you and me? Oh, well, maybe I'm a fool to feel the way I do. Well, I will play the fool forever, just to be with you forever. I believe in miracles, and love's a miracle. Yes, baby, you're my dream come true. I was lost, but now I'm free, 'cause I believe in you and me. See, I was lost, but now I'm free, 'cause I believe in you and me. I believe in you and me.
That was awesome. Yes.
Dude.
I love the applause track.
What do you mean
Yes.
track? That's a live
It's
studio
clutch.
audience in my
It's
recording
clutch.
studio, Telly.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
Don't ruin the fantasy. Now,
Golly.
if you guys at home want to own a piece of that, we talked about Telly's Broadway and television career, but he's also a very accomplished recording artist. He's got 2 full-length albums on iTunes and Spotify. That song is on his album, I'll Cover You. I'm a giant fan of his album, Songs for You. I remember when you released that album and you did a concert of it in Rehoboth Beach that summer.
Yes.
And he's got a remix album of his cover of New York State of Mind, which I used at Miss New York last year. I loved it so much. It's so good. So grab a little Telly to take home with you and play at home while you're cleaning.
Marty, I have to say the love is mutual because I love your album, your latest album. I love that.
It's so good.
I told you, like, the minute it came, I heard that Madonna cover, that Crazy for You, and I was like, I always want to hear that song that way now. Like, it's this beautiful slow
Thank you,
ballad.
brother. That means so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, if
Appreciate
you guys
that.
have not heard Marty's new album, it's Slow Dancing with a Boy, and it's just such a wonderful piece of
I
art.
have a copy.
Wow, what a surprise.
That's so much music to listen to.
Our best friend Jamie Ray, he produced it and did a lot of the arrangements, and Marty did a lot of the arrangements, and it was totally his brainchild of like this incredible vision. And I can summarize it for them, or you can, Marty, but
I'm interested to hear what you have to say about it.
okay, sure. So essentially, Marty grew up in a situation in Missouri where, was that good? Okay. So where he never felt comfortable enough to take a boy to prom. And he would go to these dances and see everyone enjoying themselves and you know, being able to be truly themselves. And he always wished for that opportunity in that moment. And so we relived those moments in his album release, and we did a prom again at Green Room 42. And it's just, it was such a healing, special, emotional night, that release. And
was
that
beautiful.
project is, I think it's just touched so many people. And I love when music does that. And I think just, I'm really grateful that Marty, you know, used his voice to share that message, especially for young people who feel like he maybe did when he was coming up. So,
Well, thanks, Rachel. That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has a lot of songs that I took from like childhood and high school and college, and we turned them on their ear and pulled them into the light to make me feel better about them. Rachel and Jamie and I did a cover of, we did Mariah Carey's Dream Lover as a country two-step.
Yes.
it's real fun.
It is very Missouri, which is why I was saying I loved Bridges of Madison County so much, Charlie. It was the very first time that I, as someone that grew up on a farm in Missouri, had ever seen a theatrical experience properly depict what Missouri looks like. That sunset, it's always wrong, and it nailed it. It was so beautiful.
I was lucky enough to swing it. So I watched the show like at least 50 times. And I would have watched it 50 more. I mean, it's just one of those beautiful pieces that we got lucky enough to do.
I got very fortunate to see the show. I saw it several times because when I like something, I love something. And I saw, I got to see Elena Shadow go on. And
She's
I was
awesome.
not, she only, am I right that she only went on one time?
Either once or twice. I think it was once.
I was not familiar with her up until that moment, and I became a die-hard Elena Shadow fan, but
Nice.
that show was brilliant.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just want to say thank you to a few people who sent us some tip money.
Amen.
So thank you guys so much. Andrew Blinner-Hassett, I hope I said that right. Then also Renee Thornton, thank you so much. Lyndon Wong, thank you so much for your generous donation. You guys, that's so kind of you, and we appreciate that so much. Not required, very much appreciated. And if you would like to send it, you can send it to the link down there, PayPal or Venmo.
We sure do.
And we share it with the artists.
Now-
I do need to say one more thing, Marty.
Go ahead, please.
While Telly was singing, my mom, who was a voice teacher for most of her life, she said, "What an instrument!" And I said,
God.
"Comment so I can share with him." And she said, "Tell him for me." So I'm telling you.
Thanks, Mom.
So truly, so good. If Tanya's texting me about it, man.
Thank you, Mom.
Telly, Delaney, and Charlie, we do a little segment of the show each week called our Spotlight Series, where we reach out to our viewers and ask if anybody would like to send in a video to be considered to be featured on the show and perform for our guests, our beautiful Broadway guests, and for our audience. And we've had an outpouring of videos. It was beautiful, honestly. Rachel and I watch every single one, and we really do get such joy out of watching you guys perform. So if you'd like to be considered to be on the show, write us at quarantinecabaretnyc@gmail.com, and you can send us any video. It can be in your bathroom. It can be a video that you did 2 years ago. Does not have to be professionally shot. It is just for feel good, positive, good times. And tonight we have a feature of our Spotlight series. A gentleman sent in a video, and I was familiar with this guy. He sung at my open mic night that I do on Sunday nights at Rise Bar when the world is right and normal. And I'm a fan of him as a human and a fan of him as a singer. So right now I'm super duper happy to bring to the show tonight's Spotlight series singer. His name is Noland King, everybody. Welcome to the show, Noland.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hi, beautiful. Noland,
Hello.
say hello to Telly, Delaney, and Charlie.
Hello, Telly. Hello, Delaney. Hello, Charlie. Telly, I'm a huge
Hi.
fan.
Oh.
We're
And
all
I know
a huge
that-
fan.
I have a feeling
Yes.
everybody's about to be a big fan of yours.
Yeah.
So Nolan is a great singer. He's quarantined in New York, as most of us are, and he is he's going to do an online show in a couple weeks that we're going to talk about after his song. But would you do us the honor and sing a song for us, Nolan?
I will indeed. Thank you.
And while you're getting set up, my mom texted me and wants me to make sure to tell you guys that you're all exquisitely talented. It's very important, Delaney and Charlie. She wanted you. You know my mom, Delaney. So
Thanks for not leaving me out, Tanya. I appreciate you. Tanya's been texting me, telling me how much she likes my shirt.
She really- All right, back to Noland. Are you ready, my friend?
I am. My track's not playing now. What's going on?
Okay, that's all right. We'll stall.
Let's try the
Oh boy.
Give me a little drama.
I will share really quick, Marty, and also anybody, if you've got any questions after this, we're going to do a little Q&A with our guests this evening. So if you have any questions for them about Broadway or their careers, we would love for you to drop those in the comments so we can get to those. And also, I just have a little request. My mom has been, while we're talking about her, she's been having these mini strokes over the past few days and had to go in the hospital. We don't really know what's causing it. So if you guys are the praying type or just sending out some good energy, please be thinking about her name. Her name's Tanya Shaw, and she has essentially the strokes affected her eyes, so she can't focus, so she has to wear an eye patch. And so she's making the most of it, and she's
I
sending
love
us
that
an
her emoji has a.
Tanya.
And she
honestly-
normally has brown hair, but her hair's growing out gray in quarantine, so she changed her emoji.
You better embrace it, Tanya. I
Right
want to
on.
see you with that eye patch. I have a feeling you're going to look badass, like Kill Bill or something.
It's pretty funny. I keep going "arr" every time I see her.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know. I'm nice. I'm nice.
And also,
All right.
while we're getting Nolan set up, know that we're here every week at 7 p.m. Next week, we have an awesome show as well. We're joined by another Broadway legend, Julie Ryber, who has in Come From Away right before Broadway shut down, but she's done every Broadway show written in the last 20 years, I think. And celebrity vocal coach Sherry Sanders, who wrote the book Rock the Audition, is going to join us, and they're both
I
going to
love
sing and
her.
chat. Me too. How you
Yay.
feeling, Nolan? You set?
I think I'm ready.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Take two. I can't light no more of your darkness. All my pictures seem to fade to black and white. I'm growing tired and time stands still before me. Frozen here on the ladder of my life. It's much too late to save myself from falling. I took a chance and changed your way of life, but you misread my meaning when I met you. Close the door and left me blind by the light. Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see. I just allow a fragment of your life to wander free. Yeah. But losing everything is like the sun going down on me. I can't find all the right romantic lines, but you see me once and see the way I feel. Don't discard me because you think I mean you harm. These cuts I have, they need love to help them heal. Oh, don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see. I just allow a fragment of your life to wander free. Yeah. But losing everything, it's like the sun going down on me. Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see. I just allow a fragment of your life to wander free. Yeah. But losing everything is like the sun going down on me. Going down, going down. On me, yeah.
Woohoo!
Sing, brother, sing.
Yes.
Y'all, that is Noland King. Beautiful, brother. I'm going to pull up your... he has a show coming up in just a week on Tuesday. No, 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
2 weeks from yesterday.
I'm gonna pull down that banner, so you can see, and you can see Nolan online. Where can we tune in to see this?
I will be streaming definitely on YouTube and probably on Facebook as well. I have enough devices here to try to make that work.
Great, we're all making this work.
We can assist with that. We can help you. We can help you figure that out a little.
I will be definitely calling on the two of you for sure.
Yeah,
we can. When I tuned in to watch that bloody brilliant Sondheim birthday concert last week, and they were having so many technical difficulties, it made me feel so good about how tech savvy Rachel and I are.
I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, we're nailing it. We're nailing it.
My thought process was none of the people involved in fixing that are working, so why didn't we get them involved? Sorry, that was me clapping.
It's very hard. I'm going to tell you, Rachel and I spent many hours kikiing around a computer trying to figure this out because we are determined people.
Honestly, if we hadn't been in quarantine, Marty, I don't think we ever would have figured it out. Like, it was just
never.
Because we had so much time on our hands. We were just like, what are you doing today? Nothing cool. Let's sit in front of our computers for hours and figure out how to do this. So.
Amen. Nolan, what are you doing to stay creative while you're in quarantine?
I don't know how creative it is, but I'm eating my weight in Oreos and cheese puffs for sure.
Listen, creativity is as creativity does.
Oreos. I am the double stuff. I'm right there with you.
You're speaking my language.
I was doing nothing initially, but trying to remember not to let myself get wallowed down. And then I decided, hey, I'm doing all this singing every day anyway to take my mind off things, so I may as well put together a show. And when my friends asked me how I was doing, or actually one of my parents maybe, and I said, lonely but living. And I was like, there it is, title for a show. I wrote it down. And then that was that. I've been working hard, picking songs, learning lyrics because she's out of practice.
That's beautiful. And you know what? The fun thing about putting together even a short set of a show, it'll inspire you to put together a live show for when we all come out of this, and you can build a new fan base and prep that show for when we are all able to join together in a cabaret venue again. I'm proud of you, Nolan. I think you're great.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Amazing.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks
Have a
for being
great
here.
night.
You did awesome.
Thank you. It was
Great
to
to
meet
see
you
you.
all. Thanks, you too, Rachel.
Bye.
Bye.
He was awesome,
so
wasn't
fun.
he?
Wow.
Yes.
So if you'd like to be featured on the show, write us an email at quarantinecabaretnyc@gmail.com, and we'll sort through those vids, and we're going to try to feature everybody we possibly can.
Yeah,
now,
super
Telly,
fun.
tell me, you've got a unique experience that being on a TV show like Glee.
Oh, yeah.
How often do you get recognized out in these streets?
Oh, I have to keep in mind, Glee was like 10 years ago.
Well, it doesn't feel like it.
Those warblers, jumping around behind Darren Criss and Chris Colfer, that was 10 years ago, that season 2, season 3. It was wild.
That Katy Perry cover was just genius. It was brilliant.
It's one of these things where nobody knew sort of what was going to happen with that. And I even remember getting hired for the job. They were like, oh yeah, we're going to introduce this character. He's from an all boys prep school, but eventually, he'll transfer over to the school. You'll have a job for like 2 episodes. It's like a recurring role. You'll be on for 2 episodes and you're done. And then the fans really like the boys. They really liked this group of boys that were singing all men's a cappella stuff.
We did.
So they were like, they just
She said we did.
Yeah, I like
writing
boys.
more. They were like, oh, I guess we have to write these boys in when even if they don't belong in the episode, we'll write them in somewhere. You know what I mean? So it ended up being great. It was awesome.
And that awesome. Fan base, that rabid fan base.
Well, I think also there's a whole generation of people that, there's a little before my generation, they had Fame, and I felt like there's a whole generation of kids that learned music through Glee, through hearing it every Tuesday night.
It's true. People come to my open mic night and they'll say, I'd really like to sing Don't Stop Believin' by Glee. And I cry a little. I just cry.
Yeah.
It's not by Glee
funny.
is the thing. But as we're doing our best to step up our tech savviness, I feel like Rachel and I need to challenge ourselves to accompany ourselves, because all of our guests this evening are multifaceted and multi-talented musicians. Delaney and Charlie, I understand you guys are going to sing, and Charlie's going to play guitar for us.
Yeah, I'll try.
Would you guys do us the honor?
Yes.
Be great.
Fun. Okay. I can't wait. What are you guys going to sing?
It's a secret.
Oh, I love secrets.
Yeah,
You'll know in 4 seconds.
you might know it.
Okay, 4 seconds. I can't wait.
Okay.
If we stood on our tiptoes, we could peek over the sill, and once in a while we would see a girl slowly walking up the hill.
And we'd think what a sad situation to be outside on your own.
To go through the day with no playmate.
To go through life all alone. I will never leave you. I will never go away. We were meant to share each moment. Beside you is where I will stay. Evermore and always will be one though we're two. For I will never leave you.
When the day is filled with shadows that stretch into the night,
I am filled with your sweet comfort, like morning fills with light. I will never leave you. I will never go away. We were meant to share each moment. Beside you is where I will stay. Evermore and always there will be one though we're two. For I will never leave you.
no, I will never leave you.
I will never leave you. I will never go away. We were meant to share each moment.
Beside you is where I will stay.
It's where I will stay.
Evermore and always.
Evermore will be one though we're two. One though we're two. For I will never, I will never, I will never leave you. Come on, Ron.
That was so good, guys.
Woo! Yes.
Charlie, you've got one of those tones. I mean, I love both of your voices so much, but Charlie, you've got that tone. It reminds me of those, the troubadours, that just beautiful, pitch perfect, like it's auto-tuned tone with perfectly spaced vibrato. It's just such a beautiful instrument you have.
Thank you. I have to thank my mom. My mom's a voice teacher as well. So
Where'd you grow up?
She was teaching downstairs during our first songs. Up in Albany.
In Albany?
Yeah.
And where are you from, Delaney?
I'm from St. George, Utah.
Oh, a Utah gal. And how did you two meet?
Well, we were in callbacks for the Sweeney Todd at Barrow Street that she did, and I didn't because I didn't book it. And
wah wah.
Well, I got we had to do "Kiss Me" in the room, and I actually kissed her, and it was like the first time I met her. And then
it was 6 months later that
6 months later,
my best friend and him were in Book of Mormon together, and she told me that I should go out with them, and I agreed. And now we're here.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
want to
awesome.
date you both. You're so beautiful.
They're so cute. They're so
invited.
cute.
And Telly's sweet partner, he is he's my crush. I just love you two so much. They're the sweetest people on the planet. Telly, what are you doing? I love the question. What are you doing I know you're a busybody as well. What are you doing to stay creative while in quarantine?
Stuff like this, which I think is so great. That, just finding an audience out there in the dark. It's just still trying to find a way to connect, even though we're not allowed to gather. And so it's been a challenging time, but I don't know, it's sort of a good challenge. I feel like I usually get very nervous to play for myself. So during the last couple of months, actually, I've done a lot of either classes or performances just like this, and I can't get together with my music director and accompanist. So
Right.
you know what? I'm gonna brave it out. I'm gonna try playing for myself, and I feel more and more confident about it. So stuff like that, trying to shed the keys a little bit. And
I've gotta get my chutzpah together and start trying to accompany myself more. I'm just terrible, but I try. Rachel is a very good guitarist, and she's not confident enough on it. I'm always impressed when you pull out your guitar. I
so
love
good at G, C, and D. Super good at G, C, and D.
I love a humble artist. She's very, very talented. Rachel's a songwriter of very great ability. If you guys out there are here and aren't familiar with Rachel's music, check her out on iTunes. Listen to her song 0 to 60. It is a bop. It's a bop,
Marty.
I tell you.
Thank you. I have a few originals that I think I'm going to take some time to get done and put out. I'm really, really looking forward to putting those out. I've had some, they're very singer-songwritery, kind of folky that I've been sitting on for a long time because I was like, oh, they're not my brand. But guess what? Who cares? Because I'm just excited to share them.
Brands don't matter in quarantine.
They don't. The
only thing that matters is music and Oreos. That's it.
That's
Dogs.
Right. That's right. Okay, guys, what's your go-to snack, Ben? Your go-to snack during quarantine? I'd like to know.
I mean, besides wine,
Besides,
is wine a snack?
yes, it's a
It is in quarantine.
if you're Olivia Pope on that TV show, was it Scandal?
Scandal, yes.
Yes, that was her snack: wine and popcorn.
I never saw her eat. She just drank wine.
She
didn't
just
she?
drank wine.
Yeah.
She drinks her weight in wine on Little Fires Everywhere, too. Good for her. Make a brand.
Hi, Scott Curcio. Release that shit, Rachel. Okay.
It's a Cheez-Its and Oreos. That's my like cheat food.
That's
Cheez-Its and Oreos.
Yeah.
Cheez-Its and Oreos.
The same.
Doesn't that sound like the grade school Red Rover teams where like the Cheez-Its and the Oreos, Red Rover, Red Rover.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Delaney and Charlie, what are your go-to snacks during
He
quarantine?
said theirs was the same.
Literally.
Oh, really?
Cheez-Its and
We do
Oreos.
love our cheese and Oreos. We have a lot of popcorn.
Lots of popcorn.
What else?
Sweet potato fries. My sister has an air fryer, and we make them nonstop.
All the time.
Oh,
Nonstop.
wow.
Yeah.
Jeffrey and I have been going through our Pringles buffet. We set out buffalo ranch and the pizza ones and the sour cream and onion and the pickle ones that make your mouth go numb, and we just go in, honey. Jeffrey's been experimenting, and his creativity has been spawning itself with learning to prepare vegetarian dishes and non-meat options. He makes this baller ass crock pot lasagna that's so good.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, we eat way more than we should.
What about you,
Mine has been Lay's sour cream and onion chips.
Yes.
Can't go wrong with sour cream.
So good. And like, I can't get enough Fiji water. And I was just like, screw it. I'm in quarantine. I'm buying Fiji. I just want it. I'm going to spend $1,000 more on Fiji water and run through my savings, even though I'm not working, and buy Fiji water.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good for
with,
you.
sparkling
Chase your
water.
dream. I bought a Peloton that I can't afford, and I love it. Last night I took a Lizzo spin class, and the other day I took a J-Lo class, and I took a Celine Dion class. So through fitness, I'm just getting gayer by the moment.
Hey, I need to thank a couple more people who sent us a couple of tips. So let me do that real quick. I would like to thank Crystal Sampson. Thank you so much, Crystal.
That's a beautiful name, Crystal Sampson. It sounds like a
It is
very
pretty.
glamorous drag queen. I mean that in the best way.
And Ken Chung, thank you. Here every week and such a sweet supporter of the show.
Thank you.
I'm going to say Edie Driscoll. I think it's EDIE. I'm guessing it's Edie. Edie Driscoll, thank you so much for your generous donation. You guys, it's so sweet of all.
Thank
of
you all. Quick question for Cindy. No, your song does not have to be from a musical. It can be anything you want. You can sing happy birthday to us. We enjoy all of it. And also, hi, Brazil. Lord,
Yay.
help me. I love
We have
that
a couple
they're...
of people from Brazil tonight.
How beautiful. Now, speaking of beautiful, Telly, You got one more tune to sing for me,
Yeah.
my brother?
I wasn't going to sing this, but I think I should since you brought it up. So. You think I'm pretty without any makeup on. You think I'm funny when I tell the punchline wrong. I know you get me when I let my walls come down. Before you met me, I was a wreck. Well, things were kind of heavy. You brought me to life. Now every February, you'll be my Valentine. Let's go all the way tonight. No regrets, just love. We can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My heart stops when you look at me. Just one touch. Oh, baby, I believe this is real. So take a chance and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. We drove to Cali and got drunk on the beach. Found a motel and built a fort out of sheets. I finally found you, my missing puzzle piece. I'm complete. Let's go all the way tonight. No regrets, just a love. We can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My heart stops when you look at me. Just a one touch. Oh, baby, I believe this is real. So take a chance and don't ever look back. Don't ever look. I'ma get your heart racing in my skin tight jeans. Be your teenage dream tonight. Let you put your hands on me in my skin tight jeans. Be your teenage dream tonight. I'ma get your heart racing in my skin tight jeans. Be your teenage dream tonight. Let you put your hands on me in those skin tight jeans. I'll be your teenage dream tonight.
Yay! Oh, I love
Golly.
that. That was so cool. I've
Keep
never
sing
realized
to us all night long. Just keep going. It's
what a
so
show
nice.
tonight. I've never realized how creepy that song was before.
Slightly creepy, yeah.
Slightly
Yeah.
creepy.
Let you get your hands on me in my skin tight
In my
jeans
skin
because
tight
I'm a teenager.
Oh, yeah, that's
Katy Perry.
Kind of gross, but super fun. It's a bop.
all right, guys. So a few people have asked some questions, so why don't we do a little Q&A for our artists this evening? James wants to know, how do you decide what show or shows to audition for?
Telly?
I don't decide. Who decides? Right now, there's a pandemic. I haven't said no to any audition, self-tape, anything. So, I think that I think so much of the myth is that, oh, how do you choose what projects to do? And yes, at some point in everyone's career, you do get the option of going, I'm going to choose to do this, or I don't want to do that anymore because I've done it already. But everybody auditions. Everybody puts themselves on the line. And I tell people this all the time, that like for every credit you've seen on a resume, like there's 100 jobs that I didn't get that ended up being that job. So it's like so much of it, we all still have to put ourselves on the line all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's that great story about Sally Field still having to audition for Lincoln. Did you guys see, where like Spielberg was like, I don't think you're right for this, and like Sally Field had to like fight for an audition. And then she won. I think she won an Oscar for it too. Like she was great in that movie.
Yeah, she's good. She's good.
Yeah, Sally Field.
She's all right. Yeah, she's pretty good.
I once got a really great story from Whoopi Goldberg. I got to do Xanadu with her, and she had to audition for Sister Act, and she the way she told it, she was like last choice. I'm sure she was exaggerating to be humble, but there were so many actresses that were being seen for that movie. And when you think about being a child of the 90s and think about Whoopi Goldberg having to audition, well, for anything, but particularly for Sister Act, it's also Sassy says hi.
Sassy.
That's awesome.
Delaney and Charlie, how do you guys decide what shows to audition for?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of just, if it feels right for you, you say it. I mean, usually you just say yes to audition and you figure it out. And if you get it, you're very lucky. But there will be some times where you're like, I don't feel like this is right for me. And there are other opportunities for me down the line that this might get in the way of. So you think maybe no. But I think usually, especially, having an agent, it's just nice to be like, have someone who's like, this is right for you. So you can be like, okay, and just show up.
I would like to say that Joe decides if it wants me to audition or not.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
I will go in for whatever, but it's like they decide if they want to see me at this point.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Nolan in our chat said that Bette Midler was actually the first choice for Sister Act.
She commissioned that show to be written. Her production company commissioned it for her, and she passed on it.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, and the list of women, you can find it through Google, the list of women who the role was offered to are fascinating because the movie just would have been so very different. And I'm so grateful that they found Whoopi because it's such a giant part of my childhood.
Yeah, I mean, iconic. I decide what shows to audition for by what appointments I get in my inbox, basically.
Oh, yeah, I sing for anyone who will listen.
Yeah. I think
Then there are
there's
more. And you're like,
sorry.
I didn't have an appointment for that. And then you beg for it,
Or there's one to get appointment and you're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Telly, is there any word from two of you were in a show when the lights went down? Have you guys been getting any communication from your shows of any kind? I know we're all living in a world of question marks, but have you guys been getting solid communication from Disney and from the producers of Tina?
I wasn't in the show. I was done. So
my apologies. I thought you were running it.
But I'd love to know if you guys have heard anything from Tina or anybody.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the loop as much as everyone else. It's kind of a thing they're like, this is still what we have, and we're in contact. We have a Zoom call every 2 weeks just to keep everyone on the same page. But it's they know about as much as we do. Always, it's just about whoever's going to make the calls probably is going to make them at the last minute, and that's when we'll find out.
Yeah, living in strange times, it's a world of question marks, but holy heck, we are so grateful to all three of you for stopping by the show to sing for us, to chat with us. You're just beautiful humans. If you guys would like to support and find our artists, you can find Telly Leung at Telly Leung on Instagram and all social media. Delaney Westfall is Delaney. Someday I'd love to hear the story behind Delaney of your social media handle. And Charlie Franklin, you can find online at Chaz A. Franklin. Guys, we just appreciate you so much. Thank you for stopping by.
No one's ever said Chaz A. Everyone says Chazza, and they're like, what does that mean? I'm like, it's just Chaz A.
Oh, really? For whatever reason, that's how I wrote it.
I was so shocked you did that. But everyone calls me Chazza now because of it.
Chazza.
That's funny.
While we're here,
That's
what
funny.
does at Delaney mean?
My friend called me Delaney, and I thought it was really cute. And obviously, Delaney was taken, and so I said, I guess I'll do Delaney because I think it's cute.
And her middle name is Ray.
That is cute.
It is
That is
pretty
cute.
cute.
Oh.
It's
Katya
cute, just
Harris,
like you.
Katya Harris wants to know how long you've played piano, Telly.
Oh gosh, I started piano lessons when I was, I don't know, like 7 years old, 8 years old. And then of course, like the piano teacher sits you down and it's like, play Beethoven, play Mozart. And I was like, okay. And then I didn't. All I wanted to do was like play Billy Joel and Elton John. And so, and I realized, I was like, oh, like I'm playing, but I really like the singing. So I was like, maybe I like the singing part of those guys that are playing piano. And that's why I wanted to learn piano. But
A guest on my Monday show turned me on to a new cell phone app that I downloaded, but of course haven't opened yet, called Musician. It's a new self-teaching app to teach you different instruments and help you practice. So if any of you out there are inspired by Charlie and Telly being such multifaceted artists, and any of you out there have a connection to Musician and would like to sponsor Quarantine Cabaret, we would be honored.
We would. And actually, on that note, I would like to mention on here, I just started teaching with a new program called Full Voice Online. It's not an app, it's like a membership program. My voice teacher, Kurt Robinson, does it. So if any of you guys have any friends or people that you can refer, that'd be wonderful. But basically, you pay a subscription service and you have access to Kurt for voice lessons, myself for vocal performance. There's yoga, there's dance, there's piano lessons, there's guitar lessons. It's like pretty cool. So if anybody's interested in taking some classes that's watching tonight from a bunch of professionals in very different fields, check it out at Full Voice Online.
That's super cool. That's awesome.
Super fun.
I'm going to take a lesson with Rachel Potter.
No.
Yay.
Before we let our guests go and say goodnight, it made me think of, I, in this quarantine, have done epic amounts of research, and I found myself on Linda Etter's website because gay. And on her website, I found out that she has released 4 albums that I didn't know about.
Oh.
She stopped releasing music. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. She stopped releasing music on iTunes and such, and she basically sells them out of the trunk of her car, which I find hilarious
AKA
and
her
amazing.
website.
Well, yeah, but she sells them at her live gigs. And I ordered all 4 of her albums that I did not have, and we've been jamming out to them. And then I looked further and I saw Take a Voice Lesson with Linda Etter.
Yeah.
So do
I'm
I
shocked.
dare? I can't believe I haven't done it yet.
Just to like meet her, yeah, you have to do it. But is it $1,000? Like what?
I'm
Does it have
nervous.
a
I don't know.
price?
I feel like it's talking to the school principal to call Linda Etter. It just makes me so
Yeah.
nervous.
Okay, you know what? We need to discover how much it actually costs because maybe we should do it.
Yeah, then maybe we'll start a GoFundMe for Marty to take a voice lesson with Linda Etter.
Awesome. Oh, you guys,
thank
thank
you.
you so much. It's been
Thank
such
you.
a pleasure to have you all tonight.
Thanks for having us. So fun.
My phone is blowing up as well as these comments just saying thank you for doing this and thank you for these amazing guests. You guys are just all so incredibly talented and we're so thankful for having you. And if you want to stay in the chat, we can talk after we go off live, you guys.
Rachel and I are going to
but-
sing a few more songs to say thank you to the room, and but we sure appreciate you 3. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye.
Have a good night. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Oh, they are wonderful humans, Rachel. We're
They
so
sure
lucky. So lucky.
I know. So lucky.
So we want to tell all of you before Rachel and I sing one more song, remind you that we're here every week at 7 p.m. Next week, we host Julie Reiber, who was an Elphaba on Broadway and Wicked. She was just in Come From Away. She's done 9 bazillion musicals and has so many great stories and is such a sweetheart. And Sherry Sanders, a great singer and actress and voice teacher who wrote the book Rock the Audition and does vocal arrangements and audition cuts for music notes, is going to be here to chat with us about the audition scene, about rock music in the theater, and just be an all-around good time gal. So next week at 7 p.m., come find us for another Quarantine Cabaret. Now,
I'm so excited.
I am excited too. I'm going to sing a song that Telly was just chatting about from my new album, Slow Dancing with a Boy. It's
Awesome.
a Madonna cover that I did. And then I'm going to let Rachel take us out tonight because nothing gets me in a better mood than Rachel Potter singing.
Same here, Marty, but about you.
Thanks, friend.
All right, hit it.
Swaying room as the music starts, strangers making the most of the dark. 2 by 2 their bodies become one. I see you through the smoky air. Can you feel the weight of my stare? You're so close, but seem a world away. What I'm dying to say is that I crazy for you. Touch me once and you know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's all brand new. You feel it in my kiss. I'm crazy for you. Crazy for you. Trying hard to control my heart. I walk over to where you are. Eye to eye, we need no words at all. Slowly now we begin to move. With every breath, I'm deeper into you. Soon we two are standing still in time. If you read my mind, you're gonna see that I am crazy for you. Touch me once and you'll know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's all brand new. You feel it in my kiss. I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and you'll know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's all brand new. You'll feel it in my kiss. I'm crazy for you. Crazy for you. Now I want you guys at home to sing along with me. Touch me once and you know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's all brand new. You'll feel it in my kiss. You're gonna feel it in my kiss. Because I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and you'll know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's all brand new. You'll feel it in my kiss. I'm crazy for you. Crazy for you. Crazy for you.
Yay! It's so good.
Thanks,
Way
Rach.
to go.
Appreciate that.
That was
You can
awesome.
Thank you, friend. You can find that on my new album, Slow Dancing with a Boy, a collection of tunes from my childhood and college years, turned on their ear and rearranged to make me feel better about being a closeted teenager. It's called Slow Dancing with a Boy on Broadway Records with artwork by Michael Hull and the Gingerbeard Men. And that's my promo for the evening.
We got a wow. Hi, Patty.
Thank
Hi,
you,
Becky
Patty.
Bangert. My greatest fan is here. Hi. Oh, well, it's so good to see you, Marty, from afar. I just wish
good
I
to
could
see you,
hug you
too.
and sit on your couch.
I would love nothing more than to order some juniors and watch some trash TV with you. What's your
I
trash
know.
TV of the week, Rach?
You know, I don't really watch a lot of trash TV because it
Don't
gives
lie.
me so.
Don't
No, for
lie.
real. It's true. It's true. I love fiction because if it's real life, it gives me major anxiety, and I'm such a, like, I know that about myself, so I'm in such a high anxiety time right now. I can't watch anything that gives me anxiety.
Well,
but my
I can't
trash
watch-
TV that I love to watch with you is Hoarders. All
Oh
day,
God, I
all
love
night.
Hoarders so much. It makes me feel like such a success story. And
Yeah,
I'm watching
same.
90 Day Fiance,
Oh no.
and I watched Too Hot to Handle. I told you about this
Oh.
one, didn't I? Where they put a lot of
No.
sexy people on an island
And they're
tell
not
them,
allowed to have sex.
or kiss, or they get money taken away from them. It's just
Oh.
gorgeous. Like the worst humans on the planet.
Sounds
I like to
terrible.
watch them in action because it just really makes me feel solid about my choices.
I need to thank a couple more people who gave us some tips tonight.
I love thank yous.
Casey Jones, we love Casey Jones.
We do love.
She DJ'd your night. And Christian Bernier, is that how you
Yes,
pronounce his last
yes.
name? From last week. One of our, was it last week or the week before? Gosh, it's all running together. He was our spotlight guest. Sent us a tip, so that's really sweet of him.
What a sweet dude.
Yes. So, all right. I guess that's it for the night. I'm so excited for next week too. What a great night with Telly and Delaney and Charlie. That
It was a
really
beautiful
cool.
night. We had beautiful guests tonight. You're a beautiful human. We've got a great show to look forward to next week. You can see me on Mondays with my Diva show. Follow me on Instagram at Marty Thomas Loves You. Subscribe to the YouTube channel or the Facebook page that you're watching from so you can be kept up to date on our shows. And if you subscribe to Rachel's YouTube, it'll tell you when our next show is going to be next Wednesday at 7:00 with Julie Reiber and Sherry Sanders. And of course, you'll get to hear Rachel and I talk about more trash TV, and you'll get to hear the divine Rachel Potter sing to you. So I think it's just become our theme because it gives me joy to close out this show with your beautiful instrument, Rachel.
Oh, thank you. I feel the same way about you, Marty. So this is, let me turn my effects on. I just wanted to give a shout out to all the healthcare workers out there with this next song. Adele made this a favorite of mine. It was already obviously very popular, but she did a cover of it to Make You Feel My Love, and I just love this song so much.
I
thought it would be a good
love
one.
this song. This was on my request list for you, by the way.
Oh, good. Okay, well, here it is then.
Can't wait.
Good night, everyone. We're so grateful for everyone tuning in. Thank you to everybody who sent us some very, very generous tips this evening for our very amazing artists. And we will see you guys next week on Wednesday and every week after that until we are no longer in jail. How's the track, Marty?
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there's no one there to dry your tears, oh, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I will never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue. I go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love. Oh, to make you feel my love.
All right.
Rachel, that was beautiful. Y'all, thank you for another really fun night. We just appreciate you so much. We're going to be back next Wednesday at 7 o'clock with Julie Ryder and
wait.
Sherry Sanders. Thank you to Telly Leung, Delaney Westfall, and Charlie Franklin. Have a great Wednesday. Live in gratitude. Mwah.
Good night, everyone. Stay safe out there. Mwah, mwah, mwah. See you next week.